And when the purity of Isis came through, my brain perceived it as the purification of the Isis consciousness, because that is what I've been moving through, and that's what I've spent much of the last 2 years reconciling within the timelines and within the quantum. And what has become very apparent to me in the last 4 or 5 days after getting really intense soul depression was that the purity aspect of Isis was also in a negative lens. So the aspect of Isis is that she was the goddess of healing and magic, right? So the healing aspect of her consciousness meant that she chose the lens of compassion and to see the good in all beings, and to want to heal and create more magic in the world. And there is an aspect of distortion that sat within her consciousness in this way. So because of her inability to want to see that not everyone has the same, what would the words be? Purified desires for humanity and for the experience of life, she allowed herself to be controlled by many different energies and different beings, and used her magic to rectify the aspects of control that she partaked in. So it's like chasing your tail, right? So it's like dancing and playing with the demons in some kind of narrative that you can heal them and show them the light and clean up their mess, right? So it's like this was and has been my entire life is this pattern of, it's a story, the entanglements. And so the entanglements are really important if you really want to get to the root cause of something in the relation. And mine was not around persecution, but it was around control, which is still connected to that template. Is that the entanglement is, if I show the love and the light to these darker consciousnesses, then it can be, I'm strong enough, I can hold this, I can do this, I know I can create that. So instead of standing in the light with all of the other angelic beings and walking a path of what the essence of truth is, I will bring truth into the den and try and get everyone in that space to come in, and it will clear away the energy that is causing disruption. So it's like, I know that my words are probably, I'm trying to put a really big story into something so small to express, and it feels really challenging. But there is this aspect of innocence that comes up. It's like, I'm going to play innocent to what is really at play so that I can continually self-perpetuate a story of punishment, so that I don't have to see that I actually didn't witness the original part that went against my essence of truth. So if we go straight back to the creation of the human being, the Isis consciousness brought to the council, or the creator beings, I believe that it would be in the best interest of all beings to have a whole human brain, and she was not listened to. Yet she did not listen to herself. Instead of going, this is not a good idea and I don't want to be a part of this creation because this is not in alignment with my truth and what I know to be true, she gave the benefit of the doubt of the innocence of them, right? It's like, oh, okay, there's a good point there, and there's this justification story that comes up of it can be, it's like seeing the distortion and going, oh, but we can fix that later, right? So it's like seeing that you're creating separation, but choosing to be the healer of that separation. So this is this, like, her consciousness has existed well beyond Egypt. We just express it from that point in time. And so that is a very uncomfortable aspect of looking at these core wounds and how they affect your entire reality and what distortions you can play out in your experience.